Well, we back with another video. If y'all new to the channel, man, y'all know what to do, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. Also turn on the notification bell button, but y'all will be notified anytime I would drop a video. So we finna get into this next video. We finna dive into no better than the GOAT, MJ, Michael Jeffrey Jordan. So this one here, you finna react to the NBA legend who was scared of Michael Jordan. I think Michael Jordan, he put fear in everybody every time he laced up. When Mike was like trying to cut your throat. We finna kill all the chit chat. We finna just get to it. Let's go.
So we got Chicago Bulls coming in town, and unfortunately, I got a sprained ankle, you know, and so.
Did you say fortunately you
unfortunately,
do? Oh, okay.
Unfortunately. I enjoy guarding Mike because he was, you know, the one thing
fact,
I did with
don't
Mike,
know,
I never
piss
got
him
him
off.
pissed
That's
off.
fact.
He make a shot, you say, good shot, Mike. You know, you don't talk trash to him.
That's
so
real,
go
that's
for
real.
60, you know, you try to kill him with kindness.
Yeah.
You don't try to talk trash to him. So they're getting off the bus. We're done with shoot around, and we're walking out, and MJ says, B. Scott, what's going on? I said, what's up, MJ? He said, man, I hear that you're not playing tonight. I said, no, I sprained my ankle. He said, who's guarding me? I said, Anthony Peeler. He said, 50. So I told Anthony Peeler, listen, MJ, he's probably going to go for about 50 tonight on you. So just don't piss him off, you know, just be cool. He ended up with 54.
It's greatness. Before the game, he told him, oh, I'm going to get 50. Easy. And he ended up getting 54. If that ain't greatness, if that ain't GOAT status, I don't know what it is. He the greatest to ever lay sneaker up. Let's keep going.
Totally different than these guys because I was a late second round pick. I didn't know if I was going to make the league. I was on a non-guaranteed contract, and I'll never forget one of my first exhibition games. We played the Bulls, and I was just trying to make the roster. And Michael Jordan gets the ball right in front of our bench, and I'm already scared to death. Like, God, I hope I don't get into this game. I'm not ready for this stuff. And he holds the ball out. He holds the ball out, and he looks right at me, and I'm on the bench, just kind of like. He holds the ball and he goes, watch this. And he turns, he went right around Dan Marley, bam, dunks it, looks back at our bench and just starts laughing. And I'm looking like, there's no way in hell I can ever make this. Now I really don't want
that. Man, people, a lot of like the newer generation, they never really just watch Mike. I grew up on watching Michael Jordan. I used to try to catch every game. Mike was like, I mean, it's just crazy to see him watch. It's like when he used to dunk the ball, it was like, is this even real? The way he can just stay in the air, take the ball out this hand, switching it, and it was just amazing. Let's keep it going.
I thought he looked at you and said, 10 years from now, I'm gonna throw this.
Yeah, I mean, he just had this charisma on top of all the gifts and skills and mentally, you know, how great he is. I mean, playing against him, the one thing that I think that he was unlike any other player I've ever played against is that there was a real fear playing against him. Like people, I've never seen like the league be kind of fearful of a player or have that much reverence for a player, no matter who has come since then. You know, that was a different feeling when you're playing Mike, because you just knew. You know, like there was such a seriousness and competitiveness and fire in him, and you know there was a fear with how that was going to manifest itself potentially on any given night. So he was. I mean, where do you want to start and where do you want to finish with him? He was everything.
Look at that big.
Back to 1993, his first trip to Chicago.
Ooh.
And
that's a charge.
Oh, that's barbecue chicken.
29 and 24.
Oh, that's a big
for
number.
Shaq, 64 for MJ.
They got 64. 64 what? Like combined with rebounds, points.
64 points.
And you know what? Since the statute of limitation is
and Orlando won the game in overtime.
What?
The statute of limitations was up. I was terrified out there.
Were you really?
Yeah.
You were scared of MJ?
Yeah.
You gave
For
him
how
20
long?
For how long? Right when you took the floor?
No, the whole game. Because one, he's the greatest player. Two, I was worried about him dunking on me and have to go back and, face the fellas. And then three, he was just so hot. I was like, man, this dude, like, the stuff that I saw when I was in college on TV, it's like really real. I was terrified. I mean, but, when I got the ball and saw those bums they had playing me, I was going to go to work. Bums.
They NBA
Come on,
players, brother.
Bums,
Come on.
you hear what I said?
They NBA players.
But anyway, like, just watching him out there, I was terrified.
And he had the fifth passing lane. And what I mean by the fifth passing lane, I mean, we was just all scared of Jordan. So, I mean, when you show me against him, yeah, I get a little hot. But I couldn't stop Jordan. I mean, I'm looking at the highlights of Jordan. And, every single time we double team Jordan down court, but he still averaged, his regular season average against the Pistons was 37.5.
Good grief.
And then some nights he would get hot.
But Mike is a whole
Hey,
different
so
thing. So I
okay,
had to guard them both.
Isaiah keeping it real. So Isaiah, y'all created that monster. Cause when Mike came in, I mean, they had Dennis Rodman, John Sally, Bill Lambert. They used to whoop Michael Jordan ass. Listen, they used to put a beating, but they didn't realize what they were doing. They were creating a whole monster.
It's not even like Mike. Let me go to sleep tonight. Let me chill. Let me rest the next day. Let me stay focused. Let me eat the right things.
Yeah.
Kobe, not saying that you had to switch it up, but I didn't have that fear.
Yeah.
Mike would have, you better bring your game. I could
You
go
had
for
Mike in
50
his
tonight.
prime. Like,
Oh yeah, Mike in his prime. We went at it toe to toe, head to head.
I know,
loved
yeah,
me.
of course.
Mike was like, man, you never back down. You strong.
Yeah.
I love you.
Yeah.
God, he put me in his All-Star games. Him and Mike loved me, as far
That's
as where I
amazing.
used to come. But Mike is the best player in the world ever. LeBron, Kobe, nobody can fade that.
Yeah.
Nobody.
In Orlando first, and I'm blocking his shot. Like, I'm locking him up. Like, I'm doing my thing again. I blocked his shot like 3 or 4 times. Like, I'm having my way against him defensively. Now, granted, he's 40 years old, but I'm feeling good about myself. So, fast forward a month later, we're in D.C. My ankle, we go to a doctor in Baltimore, and basically he tells me I'm done. Like, my ankle's, once again, it's not healed, it's broken, I have to have surgery. But I wanted to play against Jordan one last time. And so we're playing the Wizards. It's a TNT game.
Wait,
Thursday
don't you
night.
want to go out where you dominate him and you're blocking his
I'm
shots?
just thinking, my ego. Like, I'm thinking, like, I had him the last game. I don't need this left ankle. Just give me some.
I only need
Motrin.
one ankle.
Give me a bunch of Motrin. I'm
Okay.
gonna go out here. And when I tell you, he torched me in that first quarter. Like, literally, he gave me 20 points in the first quarter on the same play. Like, he just ran the same play every time and did this, and I could not guard him. And so, literally, I checked out of the game at the end of the first quarter, and I didn't even go to the bed. I just walked back to the locker room. Like, I was done. Like, literally had surgery like a couple days later. But it was like, I wanted to guard Jordan one last time. And you're right, I shouldn't have. I should have just let that go.
Did he know you were a wounded animal?
He probably did, because he went at me every
And he didn't
the
care.
Same move. Like, he didn't do anything different. It was the same move, and I had nothing for him.
Jordan probably had your x-rays in the locker room.
He probably did.
He probably knew exactly.
I'm surprised he didn't send somebody for me to come back out.
People were afraid of him. We were his teammates whom we were afraid of him. And there was just fear.
Catch the ball when I threw it to you. I just threw it to you.
Ignore this guy. He's come through, but he's overplayed.
The fear factor of MJ was so thick.
Yeah, let's not get it wrong. He was a jerk. He crossed the line numerous times. But as time goes on and you think back about what he was actually trying to accomplish, you're like, yeah, he was a hell of a teammate.
He was pushing us all to be better because he wanted to win.
When I was a rookie, my very first game playing against Michael Jordan and the Bulls. And we had a guy named Greg Minor guarding him. And, it was a little dust up. Greg's playing hard. He's playing, of course, you got to play as hard as you can. It's MJ.
Right.
It's opening night. My mom at home watching, the kids watching, everybody watching. So they got in a little scuffle. MJ's going to the free throw line. And he looks at Greg and he says, I should make you take my shoes off. I looked down, I didn't even realize it. I looked down and he got the Jordans on. So I said, oh man.
Damn, Mike is tough. Hey, I didn't realize what he just said. That was crazy.
My first game ever, I said, this is what I got to look forward to.
You learned a valuable lesson, though, right?
Well, obviously, I didn't say much to MJ the rest of the night.
That's
right. I didn't want to be on that reel, so that was my welcome to the league
Trash
moment,
talking
even though it wasn't to me,
involving
thank goodness.
you.
We lost game 1 because we were so nervous. But in game 2, I played as well as I could play.
Barkley.
And Michael just outplayed me. That was probably the first time in my life that I felt like there was a better basketball player in the world than me, to be honest with you.
We were playing the Chicago Bulls, and this is Michael Jordan's 3rd or 4th year in.
Okay.
And we were playing an exhibition game in some obscure place. And most veterans do not like to play in exhibition games. They want to get to the real thing. I'm a wide-eyed, energetic rookie, and we're playing this exhibition game, and Michael's going through the motion. And Chuck Person, who's on my team, who's a trash talker as well, is like, can you believe Michael Jordan, the guy everyone's talking about, who's supposed to be able to walk on water? You're out here killing him, Reg. This is in the first half. He's like, you should be talking to him. He's like, you know, you're right, Michael. Who do you think you are? The great Michael Jordan. That's right. There's a new kid on town, right? Kind of looks at me and starts shaking his head. So at half, I have 10, and he has 4 points, right? I'm doing all this talking. He's like, okay. End of the game in the second half, he ended up with 44, and I ended up with 12. So he outscored me 40-2.
They should tell you, never talk trash to Michael Jordan. And then what happened? See, every time you talk trash to Jordan, he gonna make you pay for it.
He's walking off, he's like, be sure and be careful, you never talk to Black Jesus like that. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Black Jesus.
Story that I think summed the whole thing up. We was playing Chicago in Salt Lake. They switched and put John Stockton on it, and he turned around and dunked on Stockton. So some guy got up and almost followed him down the sideline and said, hey, Jordan, pick on somebody your own size. Next time down the floor, he dunked on Mel Turpin. And went over and looked at the guy and said, was he big enough?
Did you ever get involved in trash talk with Jordan?
Thanks a lot, Jimmy.
I just wonder, but because you don't seem like a trash talking kind of guy.
I'm not, and I never talk trash, but one time in my entire life.
With Jordan?
With Jordan.
Oh, all right.
First ever time ever talking trash. So we're with the Dream Team.
Okay.
And for 3 days in a row, we came into a tie because what Coach Daly did, he split the team up East versus West. So Barkley, Jordan, Larry Bird, Pippen, and Patrick Ewing all played in the East.
Wow.
And then we had the West guys, myself, David Robinson, Malone, Mullen, Drexler, and John Stockton. So we would play every day, tie. So this is the 4th day. And we got out on them about 12-2. And I said, Jimmy, his eyes got big. Usually that tongue come about right here, now it's way out. He broke the huddle, he hit a 3 and he's looking at me. So he came down again, hit another 3. So the greatest shot, now I've been involved in all 3 of them. First, Dr. J walked out in air, out of bounds.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Reverse layup, under.
Right.
Michael Jordan in 1991 came down on us with the right hand, tongue out. He switched in midair to the left, spun it against the glass. Now this is the greatest shot I've seen. He came down the right side, took off. David Robinson took off, and he said, okay, I'm gonna just sit here in the air. Because I know David Robinson is gonna go down. So David Robinson went to the ground. He 360, tongue moving, and dunked it.
In a practice game.
In a practice game. And I was like, oh my goodness. And I was just stunned, and all of us were stunned to see him hang in the air that long and 360. Michael Jordan is so
That was
incredible.
Saying. you know, David Robinson is tall. My thing, I was like, how do Mike able? It's something he had to work on for him to stay in the air that long. And you leave it, y'all up, you going down, and he still elevate up and up and up. I was like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
There'll never be.
The moral is you should not talk trash to Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Thank
you. Say 360, you mean like it was like full, like this, all the way?
Well, man. I guess I learned a lot today. A lot of stuff I didn't even know about Michael Jordan. I see why he's the GOAT. Come on now, I got it from all the people that played again. Everybody that legend in here. He put for Magic Johnson. Carl Malone, Shaquille O'Neal, all them boys. In Mo 9, I mean, that's why he the GOAT. So this is the end of the video. I'll see you on the next one.